So tell us about, this was filmed in Los Angeles. I mean, it was obvious to the audience too, but tell us about the challenges of filming this and the cast.
Hi everybody, thank you for watching the film. I screened it so many times and I'm excited every time, again and again. And thank you so much for including me in this amazing festival. So the challenge was, obviously the natural thing for me was to look for Jewish Persian actors, but I couldn't find any, because they are all doctors and lawyers and businessmen. And so I started to look more in the Persian Iranian community. And the mother, by the way, she was Barbara Streisand of Iran in the 70s. She's very, very famous in the 70s. In Iran, Mary Apik, also the father, kind of ran away of Iran after the regime change and everything. He was also activist and famous actor. Sorry. That's it. I had like very tough casting. 11 auditions, 3 months of really making research, looking for actors that can eventually feel like a family. We had, most of them are Muslims. We have Mary Apik, she is a Christian, and we have only one Jewish actor in the film. But each one of them, and this is what I was afraid, that they will not connect to the characters, but each one of them bring his own experience and his own journey to his character, and it was very important for me. We talked a lot about it. The father, I hope you believe he is a Jewish that ran away from Iran or left Iran because he couldn't stay there, but so his personal story fits to the character as well. I hope I answer. I can talk for hours about it. But yeah.
So one of the things that struck me when I saw it again is the nugget that you included in it, that a parent's love for their children is greater than between the love between a husband and wife. Now you are a mother, and she has 3 beautiful children, twins among them, and you are also a wife. And is this what you believe as well, that the bond, the love bond between a parent and a child exceeds the love bond between husband and wife?
Do you feel different? I don't know. Like, I love my husband. The deep of my heart is my best friend. But when I had my firstborn, everything changed basically. Obviously, what I wrote is a little bit different from reality and life, but during the research, and especially in this kind of generation, that it was kind of a match, and they didn't choose who to live with, and they had to learn how to love each other, and not like me or others here that has the choice and who is going to be with them for the rest of their life. So sometimes they had to learn to love them, and their love for the children was much more powerful than, and everything that's left for them, for the partner, is the respect and their roots and everything but obviously it's not, it's changed. It's changing from a relationship to relationship.
So the ending of this is very ambiguous, wouldn't you agree? And I assume that you left this deliberately ambiguous so that we could decide ourselves what the end of the story is. So what's the end of the story for you?
Okay. So just we'll give you a spoiler. It's a kind of a pilot for a TV series that we are working on right now. This is also why I left it open. But for me, it's more a metaphor. She doesn't need to kill herself. She doesn't need to do anything. She basically, her choice, choosing her family, under her freedom, under her independence, it's kind of, she doesn't need to kill herself. And I don't know what you guys got, but it is an open mind. It is an open ending, and for me, it was just that.
Glad to hear it's open-ended there. So now questions from you for Meital. We have some mics.
Hi, Meital. I think it's such a beautiful movie, and Meital and we had the privilege of having some ice cream together last night, and you mentioned that you are not Persian, and that you had to spend a lot of time learning the language and whatnot. So I'm curious how this story came to you, and how you became motivated to make this story, if that's not your personal background.
So yes, I'm not Persian. I'm Israeli, Jewish, and I'm half Moroccan and half Yemenite. You can see that in the film. When I moved here to Los Angeles 3.5 years ago, and I live in Los Angeles, in Westwood. And I don't know if people know, but Westwood is full of Persian. I was walking there. Everything is in Farsi. There's huge Jewish Persian community in Los Angeles, and obviously this is what was inspiring me, especially the fact that they are married, like they all married with each other. I'm coming from Israel. We are there is diversity in Israel. Everybody married with everyone, at least for the past 30 years or 20 years. So I was fascinated, so I started to make research, and the bottom line here that this is an intergenerational story, clash between the old generation of immigrants and the younger generation that born or grew up here in America, freedom. And this is the story of many people around the world, not only the Persian. But as a filmmaker, we are not inventing any content anymore. We just take one subject and we paint it in a different color. So for me, it was fascinating to paint it in the Persian Jewish community that I was inspired by when I started to work on this project. Thank you for the question. And yes, I learned 6 months Farsi to be able to direct this film.
Wow. In the last scene, when Isfahan is in the bathroom, there is a red bucket there. Was that the gasoline that, okay. So that was very intentional on your part.
Yes. It's a hint. I don't want her, there is a term that we always use as filmmakers, not do things too much on the nose. So, the father put it there. I hope people will get it. So, yeah.
So, first of all, thank you for the movie. It may be about Persian Jews, but it's about every family from every culture who tries to keep their kids within their community. But what I wanted to say is I was so fascinated by the focus on food. I mean, even to the point where in the middle of this major argument at the beginning, when they move to the living room, the mother carries in a couple of plates with her. That just got me. I loved it.
I told you I'm coming from half Moroccan, and this is how I grew up. Like everything is food. Like even when we fight, the food is in the air. So it's like it's all everything. It's extreme. The color, the smells, the culture, the fights, the drama.
So this film is so funny, and it's also so heartfelt and touches on a real subject, not only of displacement, but keeping your community together. For the television show that you're planning, is it a comedy? Is it a dramedy? What are you thinking?
It's a dramedy. And it will be in English, hopefully. We mixed with the Persian, with the Farsi. You can all talk to me later, and just thank you.
So Meital, decide, or for a future, for a continuation of the discussion.